Okay, we're going to move on to the next session, which is another of our creative interludes and the final formal session of the day before we do a wrap-up. For this one, we're going to have Åste Amundsen, who's founder of Computer-Aided Theatre. Aste works in a range of creative design and production roles across interactive theatre, immersive events, festivals, and in real-life IRL games. She pioneered immersive festival environments in the UK through Glastonbury's underground Pianobar and founded Computer-Aided Theatre to build a platform for data-augmenting live actor-to-audience interaction. I'm excited for this final session. Please join me in welcoming Aste to the stage.
So yeah, I'm Aste. I'm an interactive immersive theatre maker. I was a recent fellow of the Southwest Creative Technology Network, and as of this autumn, I'm now also a doctoral researcher at StoryFutures. But today I'm here as founder of Computer-Aided Theatre to tell you a little bit about our narrative event engine, live event engine. So, the live event narrative engine was developed to allow immersive events creators to deliver personalized, responsive audience experiences at scale. It enables data-augmented actor-to-audience interactions and dynamic narrative management for live physical spaces. And it delivers that through a combination of data and interaction management, human interaction management. So the engine initially evolved through the requirements, meeting the requirements and needs of one of my own productions. But the system affordances that we developed turned out to be game changers in and of themselves. And so exploring the full creative potential as well as developing that into the sort of full workable platform turned out to be beyond the scope of a theatre production. So, which led to me forming Computer-Aided Theatre and securing funding from Innovate UK to prove a market for these kind of tools. And it also led to us piloting the engine at Boomtown Festival to provide narrative and interaction management across their site-wide immersive theatre maze. Which, well, this is some parts of Boomtown anyway. The live event narrative engine was designed really to address sort of sector-wide challenges in audience experience and production challenges. The promise in immersive experiences really is that you as an audience member are going to be able to step to the center of an experience. And really into an unfolding story, but without the means to retain and employ actionable data associated with individual user interaction. Responsive, personalized live experiences are pretty complex and costly to deliver at scale. So without this technology, any actor-audience engagement is by necessity fairly limited in scope. With no real consequence or narrative development offered, resulting in also a lack of narrative or dramatic development for a production as a whole. So in place of these kinds of tools, this sector has developed a reliance on elaborate built sets as vehicles of narrative, a pretty unfortunate dependence on largely lower unpaid labor to power these kinds of experiences, and a tendency to thinly veiled in-world upselling opportunities. We know these pain points really well as theatre makers and audience members as well. But interestingly, I also saw that these kinds of issues in scaling personalized interaction were also highlighted in this year's Immersive Design Industry Report as one of the top challenges facing creators of immersive works. So, what is our solution? Firstly, to be clear, there is no AI involved in this. A combination of relatively simple data management, interaction tools, and live human insights, at this point still goes a long way towards solving these kind of pressing challenges, as well as actually opening up a whole host of new creative possibilities. So some common assumptions when I talk about these challenges in live interaction is that I'm talking about automation processes, that the solutions are to be found in sentiment analysis, chatbot, or indeed in AI. or that I'm proposing to use people's phones or make them interact with a bunch of tech or widgets. No. The unique advantages of live physical spaces, as I see it, is precisely in the immediacy and experiential primacy of human-to-human interaction. What I'm actually talking about is audience members interacting with better informed actors. Intelligent, responsive productions powered by networks of discrete actor prompting interfaces. So once we're past the revelation that data persistence and interaction is possible in live experiences, it raises a whole host of questions and possibilities as well, including what's actually useful to know about someone to improve their experience or increase their immersion. And might certain types of audience data actually unlock completely new forms of storytelling? My understanding as an experienced designer and maker of interactive theatre is that crucially, the things that are noteworthy in interaction, that are useful in reflecting a person's unique experience of themselves in order to more powerfully transport them into your story world, is the very particular, exactly the things that defy or confound categorization. Exactly the kind of things that AIs are not great at recognizing or responding to. So yeah, I mean, as has been discussed a lot today, I do think AI has amazing storytelling potential that I would also love to explore. And I would say that at Computer-Aided Theatre, we're definitely AI adjacent. But perhaps once the proliferation of service chatbots in our everyday life has sort of dampened the post-human frisson of interacting with AIs a little, I suspect there might also be some interesting roles in entertainment and beyond for data-augmented human-to-human interaction systems that can dovetail with AI and collaborate with them in processes of determining and making meaning. In a less distant future, Computer-Aided Theatre is negotiating some more potential pilot projects in the near future to develop the engine further, and also working as a company towards becoming investment ready in the near future. As a researcher with StoryFutures, I'll be looking more so at the writing and staging implications of data-augmented human-to-human interaction, and working towards what I like to call a dramaturgy of personalisation for immersive theatre. Thank you.